I think watching the game helps decision making a lot. If I watch a situation over and over, I think if I'm in the situation, I'll think of what I watched. Instead of only feeling what I feel when I'm in the situation, I feel like I gain another perspective, and those two things kind of start meshing, and it creates the new generation of decision making in my brain. I want to give you guys a perspective on what you guys think is bad, and then what I think about what you think and what I think about your gameplay, and then we can create a new generation of thoughts in your brain, and maybe it'll help, maybe it won't help. First up, and I think this will be a good one, Jack of Blood asks or says, holding forward and approaching too recklessly in ult is my biggest problem. Now, I feel like a lot of players actually kind of do this, and I don't think there's anything wrong. I actually think, approaching's cool, in my opinion. Approaching's cool, approaching's sick. That's how you learn the game. But doing it too recklessly kind of skews your risk-reward, you know? It makes it to where you're kind of just playing the game to hit buttons instead of playing the game, and, you know, maybe I can help out. Maybe I can help out. So, I have an idea here, and I want to see if it's true. I'm going to poke and prod, because, you know, I'm a big offender of playing very aggressive myself. So, let's see how it goes. Now, if somebody, you know, if I want to help somebody improve and they're playing like really aggressive, of course, I'd want to be the defender, you know? Just to like see how they play aggressive, what they want to do. The jump out of the corner. I'm so happy that foot still happened. Right. That was almost an amazing recovery. So surprisingly, the idea that I had initially wasn't what's happening. And I have a good idea of what else there could be. Uh-oh. I got it. Nice. Okay. Jack. I actually don't think you play that aggressive at all. I feel like here's the thing. I feel like you actually play disadvantage aggressively. I think that's more of where your problems come from. Because when it comes to neutral, I don't feel like you a lot of like an aggressive cloud neutral would be like falling fair, cross slash stuff. But I feel like a lot of the time you played more on the back end, but you played the back end aggressively. And because of that, it puts you in a bad situations. And that's kind of where I decided to take my W's. When it came to like neutral, we pretty much just played solid neutral. Most of the time, I had to overshoot in order to combat your neutral. So I don't think you being aggressive is more of the problem. Maybe you might play more aggressive when it comes to being a little more comfortable or a little more with a lead. But I think more of the issue there is actually you're being aggressive out of disadvantage. You don't want to be in disadvantage because, of course, nobody wants to be feeling like they're on the back foot, you know? And when it comes to that, like, I thought for you being aggressive, you would try to be aggressive with shield, be aggressive with, like, bigger hitboxes, you know? But most of the time, you were playing very smart, but you wanted to be aggressive out of disadvantage. You wanted to make sure you could get out of disadvantage, whether it's you being in shield or you being in some type of a string. And I feel like that would be more of where your problems would lie, especially playing Cloud. because Cloud doesn't have the recovery to back up being aggressive in those situations. However, I think you could just be aggressive with different options. You know, you could be aggressive with like an attack on a hit stun. You could be aggressive with even like rolling. You can be aggressive by moving forward with shield. Shield can be a very aggressive option, but people don't think of it like that, you know? So I personally feel like that's more of where I decided to find my W's in that match. And, you know, maybe that'll help you out. Problem with rushdown or sheik type characters. I do wonder what like a lot of people's rushdown problems. Are you down to play Dov? I'm down to run it. Because when it comes to rushdown problems, I feel like a lot of people do very similar things. And, you know, rushdown isn't that prevalent, but there are characters in this game that don't let you breathe. And I feel like having a general idea of how to fight them is big. Because I used to have this problem a lot myself a couple years ago. And honestly, as a swordy, that can be really hard to deal with, you know? So if your problems with aggressive playstyles, I'm your guy. So let's see where the aggressive problems come from. And this kind of sucks. We got Smashville, which is the smallest stage, so you have no room to run. I won't edgeguard as that doesn't help with the situation at all. Uh-oh. Oh, am I realizing it? I think I got it. I think it's been about a stomp, but I think I got it. Nice. Oh no. Okay, that one doesn't count. That one doesn't count. No worries. Oh, is this a classic take of ultimate? Oh, it's okay. No roll. I'm gonna get a shield. Oh, thank you. No sweet spot. Thank you. Yes. Oh, is this a classic take of ultimate? I'm dead? I'm gonna have to go for this. Nah. Remember, get it? Let's see. This is gonna be the leg jump. Watch. Oh wow, no get up attack. I thought for sure. Let me see. If I shield, what are you gonna do? Mm-hmm. I'm okay with that. Oh no. Alright, Dove. See, playing Smash. So, I actually have a video on this, but we're not going to talk about that. We're going to talk about what happened. So, essentially, what's happening here is you're waiting for me to take my turn at a specific timing, right? And while you're waiting for me to take this one turn, instead, I'm not doing that. I'm doing a turn that's like half a step after, or, you know, when it comes to you pressure, even when it comes to your own aggression, when it comes to your aggression, I'm waiting for you to take your turn, and then I know you're going to give me space for my turn, right? Which essentially, if I want to boil it down to Smash terms, you'll shield and you'll wait for me to hit your shield, and then you decide what options you want to pick. And then when it comes to me shielding, you'll hit my shield and you're waiting for me to pick an option afterwards. So what I did as, let's say, an aggressive player, I decided, well, hey, instead of hitting your shield, I'm going to grab you, I'm going to bait you, and I'm just going to try to maneuver around when you're trying to pick your option. And when it comes to your aggression, I'm going to let you pick your option, and then I'm going to play the game. Because I know that in these two specific instances, you're giving me enough space. Now, the general idea behind that is when it comes to being aggressed on, you're not being proactive. Instead, you're being reactive. And that lets me kind of like dance around your shield as much as I want to. So try to be more proactive when it comes to being defensive. Defensive doesn't only mean reactive, and aggressive doesn't only mean proactive. So try to find the ways to, like, if you want to do something like a split second later. Or if you want to, like, defend a split second earlier. And these things will help you deal with aggression a lot better, while also improving your aggression at the same time. Son of J asks, how do you get better at ledge trapping and reading and reacting to the opponent's options on ledge? As soon as your opponent gets off the ledge and it ends their disadvantage for free. Okay, so I already have a great idea. A lot of people, I think, aren't great at ledge trapping. And this kind of goes back to, like, the risk-reward of ledge trapping, where you want to get higher rewards, but higher rewards means higher risk, right? And what that means is, if you want, like, your advantage state to be really good, you're probably going to take a lot of, like, unnecessary risks to get there. And sometimes this means that you're going to die while ledge trapping. And honestly, like, the biggest con of ledge trapping is losing your stock. Biggest con of ledge trapping is losing your stock. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. So what you want to do is you want to find ways to not lose your stock, to not get reversaled, while simultaneously pushing your advantage state. And that's where the difficulty comes in. Alright. So the main thing here that I'm going to be trying to do, one, I want to push my advantage, and I want to get out of disadvantage easily. Uh-oh. I'm surprised it doesn't hit crouching sheik. Sheik. Alright. The last two times Jay's been on the ledge, let's drop double jump. Nice. Oh no, F tilt. Oh. Nice. You keep losing to Mario, that's it. I have an idea. Watch this. Uh-oh. Alright, I have a very important thing to talk about after this match. It's gonna sound really dumb, but trust me when I talk about it, alright? Just trust me. I appreciate that. There you go. You're not going left, are you? That sucks. Alright, honestly, I feel like you only ledge trap me once. But I feel like I got enough info off of that one ledge trap. And pretty much, this goes back to, like, the risk-reward thing, right? If you don't want your opponent to get off of the ledge for free, then you're going to, and, like, you know, just get reversaled, you're going to give them the space to do that. And what that means is if you're giving me the space to get off the ledge for free, of course I'm going to get off the ledge for free, right? You could have given me on ledge. Yeah, you got me on ledge once. But the one time you did, you immediately, and this is what everybody does when it comes to ledge trapping. Here's the ledge, here's you, and here's your dash back. And you know what this dash back does? This dash back gives me enough space to do whatever I want on the ledge. I can ledge jump, I can normal get up, I can get up attack, I can ledge drop, double jump, and you're so far away from me that you have to guess. You have to guess. You don't have a choice, because you don't have hitboxes to like kind of react. You don't have hitboxes to like super push things. You have to guess. And the fact that you give me this much space is what's letting me off the ledge. It's not that like, you know, ledge options are really hard and it's hard to ledge trap. It's you're ledge trapping at a distance where you give me the space to do that. So what does that mean? That means you have to find a better distance to ledge trap at, and you have to find an effective way to get there. Now, if you were closer to where you can threaten ledge jump with an aerial, suddenly ledge jumping's a lot scarier, right? So you have to find a way to get to that distance. How would you do that? Well, of course, you know, maybe dash back. Dash back's really good. Dash back makes you go really far away. Why would you have to dash back anyway? It's because you started ledge trapping over here, and you have to dash back to get away from the reversal opportunities. So that is pretty much what's giving me the space. It's the actions before you start ledge trapping puts you in a space to where you want to give me the space, right? So you need to, prior to the ledge trap, set up yourself in a spot that works for ledge trapping, where you can still threaten ledge jump, where you can still dash back if somebody wants to try to like whiff punish. And for the most part, you're still active in controlling the ledge. While if you dash back, you are no longer active in controlling the ledge without dashing forward. And dashing forward is very laggy. Not only that, you pretty much have to guess as soon as you see me do a ledge option. So you turn the proactiveness of ledge trapping to me, and that lets me get off the ledge for free. So you got to find a way to ledge trap proactively. Now, how do you do that? You can walk to the distance, you can jump to the distance, and you can even bait me in order to get to that distance. Like if you just walk forward and then you short hop backwards fast fall, you know, you're playing Sheik, it works out really well. Suddenly, I thought you were really close to me. Maybe I want to go for a reversal, but you're not at that distance anymore. And a lot of people want to do this with dash back, but dash back puts you really far away. I don't personally advise it, while it is pretty solid. So try to find ways to bait that reversal without dashing back.